perfect nighttime routine for a productive morning. And there you have it, the morning light shining right into your face, and as you slowly and steadily open those eyelids to see an amazing new day. But then again, you wrap yourself around in your blanket as the warmth it delivers and the comfort that you are experiencing is something that you don't want to let go of. Suddenly, the alarm goes off, and you know yet again that you need to get up, but that relaxation in your brain forces you to roll over and just slam the snooze button just to get another few minutes of wakey sleep. Of course, it's awesome. Your mind falls into the land of imagination where your worries of the day all converted into pixie dust of energy pushing away all of the negative vibes. After a short while, reality kicks in with you realizing that you're already late to get out of bed. You try to get everything done fast so you can get to work on time, but end up missing out on certain morning routines, and it is during this moment that the stress starts to creep in and your whole day becomes not so productive. It's bad. Really bad. But fortunately, there's a way of fixing this. Welcome to Thrive in Authority. And in today's, we'll be going through helpful night routine tips to make your morning very productive. But before we proceed, why not let's hit the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. Let's get started. Tip number 1, avoid attention volatility. Attention volatility is all about randomness, a situation where your mind keeps racing from one thought to another. You see, the mind is like a computed device. Put in the words of Alan Lightman, we are all a part of some big machine, and this means just like any other machine or computed device, you have several activities to perform. The mind starts to think of these activities while trying to figure out which to complete first before the other. The thoughts permeate your mind throughout the day, and you even end up taking them to bed, thereby creating a loss of concentration that deprives you of your sleep. According to a publication made by the Military Health System, the body reacts to thoughts and frustrations, and this creates physical discomfort that makes sleeping difficult. It's not just your important activities, even your screen time with social media on your favorite show can all contribute to a rapidly changing attention that leads to poor sleep and in turn leads to a less productive day. By avoiding attention volatility, you will sleep better, wake up faster, become more productive in the day, feel less frustrated, and relieve yourself of possible physical pains. Tip number 2, don't make room for the negatives. The world is great and a bad place at the same time. So much good and bad lingering around. Every day you get faced with some sort of negative situation and feeling that tends to weigh you down. Such negatives can lead to a lot of damage, and you shouldn't make space for them. In fact, a study performed by a team at the University of Wisconsin showed that people who prioritize their mind with negative emotions tend to have an overall lowered body immunity. With a lowered immunity comes vulnerability. You become easily vulnerable to minute physical pain that will hinder your daily productivity. If you want your next day to be as productive as it can be, then negativity is one of those things that you need to do away with. Eliminate it completely, as it doesn't just affect the body, but it also affects the mind, causing it to relinquish indecisiveness. And remember, all forms of productivity start with a determined mind. By not making room for the negatives, you get to be more focused, improve your positivity, and just feel happy. Tip number 3, make plans for the next day. This is something that you shouldn't even exempt and make a top priority on your night routine list. Because like a popular saying says, failing to plan is like planning to fail. The truth is, the coming of a new day is one of the most frustrating feelings, since you tend to not know what will come of such a day. But with a plan of action, you can have a better feeling of how the day should play out, and this knowledge provides you with the zeal needed to get your bed fast and start making things happen. According to Betcher J. from the Forbes magazine, it has been demonstrated that productivity can be increased by having a written plan. By making plans for the next day, You get a clear idea of what you wish to do when you wake. You become more in charge of the way that you use your time, and you have a clear view of what to tackle first, and you have a bigger drive to accomplish more things before going to bed again. Tip number 4. Don't forget to sleep on time. I know what you're thinking. I go to bed late most of the time, but I still get up very early. Of course you do. But do you end up becoming very productive during such days? No, you don't. Want to know why? Well, it's because sleeping early isn't just about waking up early. It goes a long way as the physical effect it has on you. When you sleep late and try to wake up early, you end up depriving your body of enough sleep, and this is very detrimental. In fact, according to the Behavioral Risk Factor Surveillance System, short sleepers are very prone to obesity, physical inactivity, and several other health risks. This means when you don't sleep on time, you are definitely signing up for a non-productive day. To become more productive, to become filled with more energy, and to improve your health and memory functions, ensure to sleep on time. Tip number 5. Sober it up. Sometimes all you want to do is tip a little bit of shots to drown some of those thoughts away, but then you end up with a whole bottle drowning down your throat. If you wish to be more productive the next day, then alcohol is the drink that you need to remove from your night timeline. It even becomes more beneficial if you refrain completely from taking heavy alcohol during the week. According to this survey conducted by CCS Best Practice Hub, 25% of participants concluded that alcohol or drug have affected them at work, and 23% of them, the consumption of these things reduced their productivity. By sobering up and avoiding alcohol, you get improved energy levels, better sleep, improved mood, and increased productivity. Tip number 6. Meditation goes a long way. Remember from the second tip that productivity starts with a determined mind? But with so much negatives out there, how can you ensure that the mind stays determined and immune to emotional and physical stress? Well, that's where meditation comes in. But how does meditation get to help with all this? Well, just view it this way. Just as regular body exercise can improve your physical health, as so does regular brain exercises. Meditation allows you to exercise your brain, and various studies, including that of Sarah Lazar from Harvard University and Massachusetts General Hospital, shows that meditation is a form of mental exercise that changes regions of the brain associated with stress and overall well-being. In other words, try including a 15-minute meditation session into your night routine and see how productive your day will become. Tip number 7. Do one thing that makes you happy. All in all, the biggest factor for a more productive day is to get your mind and brain in the right condition. We've seen how sleeping early and meditating can help with this, but there's something even more that you can do. That's all about doing something you love, something that makes you happy. According to Psychology Today, the brain gets relaxed when you do something that stimulates happiness, and this in turn results in improving cognition and productivity. Whether it's reading books, watching sports, or seeing a movie, just do something that makes you happy before sleeping. But don't get too engrossed in it that you end up sleeping late. And that's it. Now you can reschedule your nights and start making your day productive. But that's not all. We've got more to come, so why not thumbs up the video, become a subscriber, stay notified, and share this video with your friends and family. Happy productivity!